Magic with Zuby is the Magic the Gathering podcast to get your fill of the best trading card game around. Join me each week as we explore new topics and delve into how to become a better Magic player. We have various pro players as well as popular members of the Magic community come and join me as we discuss our favorite card game. Magic with Zuby is available on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Tunein Radio.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's, well, I don't know if it's this week, is it, Matt?
No.
This Millennia's VCR Gaming Podcast. I am your host, Matt, and somewhere out in the cosmos, hopefully in the same galaxy as us, is the other host over there. It's Matthew. How are you, Matt?
I'm doing all right. How about you, Matthew?
My chair squeaks. Sorry about that, guys. If you hear that, that was not professional of me, but that's not really what we do around here. So
Wait, what's professionalism?
What was that word?
I don't know. It sounded foreign to me.
It did. Let's not speak words we don't know anymore. So, what's good, man? What's new with you?
We did have a little adventure this past weekend.
We had a heck of an adventure, Matt, and it's kind of sad because it's over, you know?
I know, what's there to be like excited about now? I mean, Mario Odyssey is coming out. I mean, I am getting a Switch, so
But there's no, are you as excited about, the Switch you can grab as soon as you're like ready, right?
Yeah.
Like they're available now. Like there's no like build up for that. So Mario Odyssey, there is a release time, but like, are you as stoked for that as our adventure?
No, I'm not, because it's just sort of like the day it releases, I can just be like, oh, hey, I got it. There's no, oh my God, I have to, travel 70 miles to go pick it up, because it's pretty much going to be available everywhere.
Like, the only thing maybe, Matt, would be Red Dead Redemption 2 in April.
I'm excited about it, but I have some reservations, which we could probably get in a little bit further about it.
Okay, let's do that. I'm just fishing for things that are coming up that would be. It's not going to be same level as our adventure, but it's still going to be like, I don't know. I've been waiting for it for what, like 7 years now or something. How long has it been?
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I thought I'd be a lot more hyped for South Park.
So did I.
I might get it. Don't get me wrong, but like, I don't need it day one.
Oh, goddamn. Yeah, I'm there. I'm with you right there. It's definitely not going to be a day one purchase for me. I'm going to get it eventually.
Yeah.
It's just, it's coming out around the same time as Mario, right?
Very close to it. Yeah, actually, we have Google. Like look at us fucking winging it. Like,
what?
We are not professional at all, dude.
Fuck it. Who cares?
Like, we suck at this, man. I'm gonna Google it. South Park. Yeah, it's somewhere around the same time. Honestly, like, I'm if I had to pick, which actually I'm probably gonna have to. I'm going with Mario, dude.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No question about it. Mario wins over South Park. And besides, South Park is definitely going to be one of those games, you wait 6 months down the line, it's going to be on sale for half price.
Or like $20. Like, how fast did that thing tank?
Oh, yeah. Like, Stick of Truth. I didn't get Stick of Truth until it was $7 on PC.
True. That's true. Yeah. Which, I don't know, that game wasn't a flop, I guess, if they're making another one. I think it's just the nature of games nowadays. They just drop eventually.
All except Nintendo games.
Yeah, Nintendo is weird, right? Like, it holds its value like how like old Apple shit does, like Steve Jobs era Apple shit. Like, it just holds its value for really no good reason.
It really depends on the game, though. But most Zelda games keep their value. Some of the Mario games don't, like the 3D World and 3D Land. Like those haven't really retained their value at all.
Yeah, that's true. And they sold a lot of copies too, which is weird.
Yeah.
It seems like it has no, drive on. I mean, Super Mario 64, right? Like, yeah, okay, epic game, whatever. But like everybody had that game. Like because you had like what, 3 games at launch or 2 games at launch. So, everybody, that game is everywhere. But Matt, that game is still $30-$40 to this day.
I know. It's insane.
But you're right. Like some of the games, they didn't fare well, but the Zelda stuff seems to be. Matt, you want some expensive Zeldas. You were just telling me about today, actually.
Yeah, if you follow my Magic with Zuby Twitter account, there was, I think, a weekend ago, like 2 weekends ago, I guess now, I just posted up like my Final Fantasy collection, my Zelda collection, and my Blizzard games collection. And my Zelda collection is the only collection that I'm really close to completing. I guess you can consider my Blizzard games pretty close because I don't have a lot of the obscure titles like Lost Vikings and Blackthorn and Rock and Roll Racing and all that shit. But
what was it, 10 we counted today you're missing? Which sounds like a lot to be missing.
Are you talking about Blizzard games or Zelda?
Sorry, Zelda. My fault. My fault. We counted Zelda games. That's right.
Yeah, Zelda games, I'm 10 away, and they're just more of the remakes more than anything.
That sounds bad, but like when you actually, like, if you were to sit there and look for all the games, like, and you sent me a picture of your Zelda collection, like 10 actually isn't that many. That shit is endless. Like, it's crazy. Until I saw it in a picture, I didn't know there was that many, man. Like, it's crazy. And your Blizzard collection too, for sure. We didn't count what you're missing from them, but I'm sure it's a lot more than 10.
Yeah, it's more of their obscure titles, not really the main, StarCraft, Diablo titles.
Right.
So,
so just so you know, so South Park Stick of Truth is October 17th, and Super Mario Odyssey is October 27th, so 10 days apart.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Mario instead of what do you call it, South Park.
I agree. You know the thing that sucks about the date Mario comes out? That's the date that I can order the new iPhone.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I might hold off on See, but then I'm worried it's going to sell out for the holidays.
Well,
damn you, Nintendo.
I mean, I don't...
Ooh, you dropped out, Matt. I lost you.
God damn it, piece of shit.
You're back. You're
Okay.
back. You're back. Okay, go ahead. Continue your rant.
Stupid microphone lately has been really bad.
It's all right.
No, but I mean, I don't see why you can't get both because you're not going to be spending
Whoa, you sound crazy. Your voice is all deep and it's like skipping and shit.
God damn it. All right, hold on. Let's stop the recording.
Okie dokie. And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Again,
my mic is being retarded.
Bro, our professionalism is at an all-time low right now.
Yeah.
Like, we are killing it tonight.
I don't even know what that word means.
Yeah, we should just... I'm throwing it out. I'm never saying it again.
You keep saying that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Oh, shit. What were you... Dude, that sucks. You were in a rant, and it was going to be good. What were you talking about?
I don't know. What was I saying?
I don't know. I have to pull the episode up and shit. It's like a whole big thing. We were talking about Mario. About I don't know. This might help you remember, but I had mentioned that the iPhone. It may not be available in the iPhone and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not gonna have to spend any money for the iPhone, are you?
Yeah, dude. You got to pay the tax, and both me and the old lady need phones. So
I forgot. That's right.
Yeah, they make you pay the tax before they ship it to you.
That's so lame.
The man's got to get paid, Matt.
Dude, why?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but whatever. Anyways, but yeah, so Super Mario for sure. Before I'm with you. That's probably going to be the next thing that we really pick up. I would venture to say.
Yeah, the Mario dude, the game looks so good too. It's cannot wait for it. It just looks so much fun. I know we've talked about it before, but it's just one of those. Why isn't it out? And why don't I have it?
Dude, I love the idea that, this conversation happened. I mean, obviously it was in Japanese, but bear with me. They're sitting around their Nintendo boardroom, I'm sure, Miyamoto's got everybody, they're all wearing their Miyamoto hats and things like that, right? and like they literally are like, we need a new power for Mario. Like, we need a new power. We've done it all. Somebody's like, some asshole's like, oh, how about a raccoon tail? And he flies and he slaps him in the face, and he has to leave the room. And some dick was like, what if he possesses people? And lo and behold, that's his new power. Yeah. So there you go. Like, if anybody wondered how those things happen in boardrooms, I'm pretty sure that's pretty accurate within 0.0% of error.
That pretty much sounds exactly like what happened. I'd have to completely agree with you.
Dude, like, because they're running out of idea. They're like, what if you ride something like a dinosaur? Again, smack in the face, get out. Like, they've already thought of all the ridiculous stuff. So what do you do? You got to take it to the next ridiculous level. You know what I mean? It's like, what if he possesses people with this hat? So, but it looks cool, though. Like, they pulled it off. Like, it's believable, as crazy as that sounds.
Oh, I know.
In a Mario World sort of way.
Yeah. No, it's like I said, I'm definitely pumped for it. It's, I don't know, I'm just pretty much excited for it. But I think we need to get into some SNES Classic though, because that has been, because we usually get into what we've been playing, and I've pretty much been playing solely SNES Classic lately.
So since there is something we should talk about as well, a modern game that we played, but the SNES is the main focus. But it's just been so long since we casted, so we actually have played some other stuff. But so do you want to do that stuff first and get that out of the way, and then go to the SNES, or do you want to do the SNES up front? Well,
no, let's do the modern game, because I don't know what game you're talking about.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and if you're asking Zuby the title of this game, it's something like Dawn Zero Horizon of the. Oh. And we call it Horizon Zero Dawn.
Which one? What is it? What's the fucking name? Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yeah. You got it.
Okay.
You typed it right. Yeah.
Horizon Dawn Zero of the Zero Dawn.
Of the Zero, the Dawn that never came. But a while back, we both picked this game up and played it a little bit. How are you liking it, Matt?
To be honest, I haven't been playing it at all lately, and I've kind of grown out of love for it.
Wow, but you were all about Aloy, dude, and her disrespect that she receives from everybody.
The beginning was really, really, really good. My problem with it is, as soon as it started becoming open world, I got bored.
Oh man, you got to stick to the story. It's actually pretty good. It really does a good job of keeping your attention, actually. But you got to get through it. There is a hump there. I know what you're talking about. There is a hump, and then when you get back to like the good part of the story, it's on point, dude. It really is.
I'm sure it's a good story and all that. It's too many games nowadays are just doing this open world stuff, and it's all the same generic crap.
Sandbox, man.
Assassin's Creed is a huge guilty party of it, because I loved Assassin's Creed 1 and 2. Then when I got to Brotherhood, it felt exactly the same as 2, except just in a slightly different setting. Right. And then I tried to do Revelations, and no, that exact same game. Then I played a little bit of 4. The whole pirate theme was cool, but once again, same thing. It was just...
Yeah, so Melissa's little brother was over, and him and Aiden were playing the pirate one, and they were super into it, and it was cool, but like I'm watching and I'm just like, ugh, I couldn't pick it up and play it. It's just more Assassin's Creed shit, you know? I get what you're saying, man. It's more open world, go here, go there, get this. I get what you're saying. For me, Horizon Zero Dawn, the story's really got me. Like, I need to know what happens. It is some cool mechanics. It's pretty cool. I like how it forces you to use your sort of like, out of the ordinary tools. You've got this weird thing called like a trip caster, and which, everything's kind of like bow based, and I don't know. I do like the weapons. They're a lot different. You got to use some different tactics to catch these robot dinosaur animals.
Yeah, I don't fucking know even know what what they'd even be.
But like, it's really interesting. It is very sandboxy. I mean, if don't think, Matt's right. If you're sick of that, you probably may run into that problem. And I am sick of that too, Matt. But something about this one, I don't know. Maybe it's one of them that works for me. I don't know, but yeah, the little bit of the difference in it, I've kind of held on to, and then the story is really cool. It's like really captivating. So especially too, because like they make it where you have to like gather like they don't make it, but you can gather like all these pieces of relics from the past, and like it's like data, and like you can like listen to like recordings from ancient recordings, or find letters and stuff like that, and it kind of all puts it into order. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, that like I said, the beginning hooked me on it like big time, but it was just, I don't know, as soon as it started opening up, I'm like, oh, it's turning into generic fantasy open world game now.
I mean, that's fair to say. It is.
It's just, and that's where I just get so picky with games now. I mean, you know me, Butler. I'm super picky now. It's Nintendo games. Yeah, they can. You could make the same Legend of Zelda game 15 times and I'd fucking play it because I love Zelda that much. But I don't know. Anything else that's outside of Nintendo, where I'm not much of a fanboy, or Final Fantasy, it's hard to grab me.
Or Blizzard,
yeah.
It's like Final Legend of Zelda by Blizzard. You'd probably have a seizure.
It sounds actually terrible. Well, actually,
Zelda's Final Legend
of Warcraft.
Of Warcraft.
All right, that I might play.
Zeldablo.
Zadablo.
Yeah.
The Legend of Diablo.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
What else? You started Legacy Collection 2, but gave up.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm playing probably, I wouldn't really consider it one of the hardest regular Mega Mans, but it's also probably one of the most boring Mega Mans, is because I played through 7 and beat it, and then I started 8, and 8's on the PlayStation 1, and it's pretty tough. It can be challenging, but it's also pretty damn boring because it's so vastly different. And
yeah, that's what you're telling me. I'm not familiar with that one. I'll have to check that out. I played a couple of the X ones on PlayStation 1, so I don't know.
Yeah, the X ones on PlayStation 1, like X4 and 5 that I played, they weren't bad. Way better than 8. But
noted.
Yeah, it's just this one it tries to be all anime like, and they try to shove a story down your throat, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck about the story and shit. I just want to kill robots and kill Dr. Wily. Don't try to shove this anime shit in my face.
Yep. No, you're absolutely, yeah. Like, and honestly, like even in X4, it's doing that shit. And like, yeah. I picked up Mega Man Zero for the Game Boy Advance, and it's the same shit. It's cutesy anime characters, grumpy old guy, Japanese old guy. Like, it's like, all right, like I just want to beat the shit out of robots. Like exactly as you said it, man. I don't know. I mean, I get what they're trying to do, but just let me beat up shit, man.
Yeah. It's I feel like the first Legacy Collection they came out with was better. It just sort of feels like they threw this one quickly together and made just to try to make money as quickly as they could. The first one felt like it had a little bit more care and attention put into it.
Yeah.
Just with the way the main menus are designed and some of the extra features you get, this one doesn't feel like it has that same love and attention.
But it came with stickers.
Not the second one.
What?
Yeah, it didn't come with stickers. Yeah, and it doesn't come with a little guide to help you figure out who to kill.
But it was the same price.
Yeah, I know. No stickers.
Oh, man. Damn, I was looking forward to that, dude.
Yeah, I know. I was so disappointed because I bought it brand new. I think, did I get it from Amazon or from GameStop? I don't remember who, but yeah, nothing.
Damn, man. Well, I might not buy it now.
I mean, it's still worth it. I mean, especially for 9 and 10, because they go back to the 8-bit era, and it's definitely worth it for those two games.
No, I mean, I need to have them all. And honestly, a lot of those games are getting so expensive to buy the real ones. I'll probably never have them. So while this is around, I should probably grab it just to, if I ever want to play any of them, there they are.
Well, this is the first time 9 and 10 have been released outside of the Wii. And it's also probably the first, I think it is the first time you can actually own a physical copy of 9 and 10.
Yeah, that's actually true. I was looking that up when you told me about the Legacy Collection too, and that is right. They were like a download only thing, and you can obviously no longer do that. So pretty cool shit. So other than SNES Classic, what have I played? I played Mega Man Zero on the Game Boy Advance. It's kind of hard, man. Like, if you've played it before, you probably don't think so, but I never played that game, so it's challenging for sure. It's one of those, like, you get the repetition down and you'll get through it. You know what I mean? Not too bad. I was playing Mega Man X on the regular Super Nintendo, the original X. I got pretty far. That's a good one. EJ was giving me some pointers. I guess he knows that game like inside and out, so got some stuff I didn't know about on there. What else have I played, Matt? I don't know that I played a bit of Pokemon Yellow, just because I got that Game Boy Advance and I had that game sitting around, and it's nice, man, with the Game Boy Advance SP with the light. Like, you can play that shit like wherever you want. Like, it's a revelation. So, that's about it for me. Let's get to the meat and potatoes here, dude, on this SNES Classic.
Yeah, man, let's get to the real story here.
The real story, what everybody's here for. Nobody cares about Horizon Zero Dawn Return to Dawnless Time. Nobody cares. Yeah. Dinosaurs and shit.
No, all about the SNES Classic. So I think we're going to do it. When are we going to put in the old or the other recorded?
So we did something different. We did a little recording of our adventure with it was me, you, Chris, and Victor, and we all were on the adventure to go and get the SNES Classic on launch night. I guess we'll put that in at the end. We got to kind of, it's like chunks, so we kind of got to slap it together. But like it's like a mini episode almost. So I guess we can just talk about playing and everything, and then when we sign off, stay tuned, and we'll have that little adventure tacked on there.
Okay, that sounds good. So I guess for the SNES Classic, the thing I've been playing the most, actually 2 games I've been playing the most, have been Secret of Mana and Super Metroid right now.
Dude, I told you today, I've never played Super Metroid, at least. Not that I can remember. It doesn't look familiar to me. It doesn't, that is so, how good is that? It is so fucking good, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, I played it. I can't believe you never played it before. That surprised me when you told me that.
Matt, I could have sworn, like, cause the name, I mean, I played Metroid on regular Nintendo. I mean, I actually know that game pretty well. I played like the Wii and the Wii U stuff and all, anything that had it in there. I thought, dude, I could have sworn I played it. Playing it on the SNES Classic, I've never played that game, and it is so fucking good. When we get done recording, it's what I'm playing. Like, it's so good. I love that game.
How far are you now?
I haven't had a chance to play since we talked earlier, so apparently I thought I was at the first boss because I already did a mid-boss, but you said there's 2 mid-bosses before the first boss, so I'm at the second mid-boss, and that's where it kind of got tired last night, and I killed it. But in that little bit, just the control is so tight and so good, and like I love how you have the option where, like, this is a problem on some like run and gun games like Contra 3, which is also on the SNES Classic, is really bad about this. Like, to aim up or shoot up, like especially at an angle, it makes you walk forward. You know what I mean? This has, like, on Super Metroid, you can use the L and R buttons, and you can stay stationary and shoot at an angle.
Yup.
Dude, fucking mind-blowing, dude. Like, at first I was like, oh, what am I going to use that for? And then, boom, first mid-boss, I'm like, got it. Like, It's so good, man. Like, the controls are good. Like, I thought I would hate the jump button being where it is and the shoot button, but actually they work really well together, you know?
I have to change it. I don't like the default.
No, dude, you got to flow with it how the developers wanted it, man. Like,
I don't care.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
Well, I've done that so many times now. I change it to my thing because I played it originally like that. So, where the shooting is X and A is jump and
yeah, the quote unquote traditional.
Yeah. I'm not about that life anymore.
Well, I don't mind it, and since I never played it. I mean, I have a muscle memory to go the other way, but once I move my hands over, I don't have a problem anymore. Like, for some reason it clicks. Like, I don't know, but like, okay, so especially going into the 16-bit era, now you and I kind of agree that a lot of, especially 2D games, they kind of peaked graphically in the 16-bit genre, right? You know, there's some 32-bit stuff that's kind of cool, and it's still 240p, but like, I don't know, like, that's kind of where they got into almost the anime kind of looking stuff. So for me, like, 2D stuff, like, the graphics kind of peaked somewhere in the 16-bit era. And what I like about Super Metroid is that, like, it's just like the Metroid on regular Nintendo, on NES. Like, it's like how it's all dark and kind of sparse, but like, it's to give you the idea you're in like a hole or a cave or some shit like that, or down deep in the bowels of some space station or some shit. Like, they had all the opportunity to overdo it with like the parallax scrolling backgrounds and all that stuff in this, because they had all this extra power, and they didn't, yet it still looks good. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Like, it's understated but done right. You know what I mean? Like, that's one of the things that immediately caught my attention, because, you know, that's one of the things that on the did you ever play the Metroid that was on the DS?
No, which one? The
first one. The first one.
Are like you talking about the Metroid Prime one on the DS, or you're talking about the Game Boy Advance ones?
No. I guess it was Prime. I'll Google it, but it's the one that came out almost at launch of the original DS, like the OG fat DS. It came out around.
I think it's called Metroid Prime Hunters or something.
Let's see, Prime Hunters.
Because it was a first-person shooter. It wasn't a.
It was. Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't a side scroller. I think it was Metroid Prime Hunter or Hunters.
Metroid Prime Hunters. That is it. Yep, that's it. So, like, all right, I'm not trying to say that it's necessarily like actually it is for being a first person, it's actually pretty Metroidy. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But like, they did it there too. Like, they had the opportunity to go too far with the graphics, and they didn't. It was still like dark, space station-y. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I would put it in that same category. Like, those are a couple times where they really got it right. So, I don't know. Like, that, I think we went way too long on Metroid Prime on the NES Classic, but it's the first time I played it, dude. It's sick.
It's a really good game. It's, especially for someone like you that has never played it before, it's definitely, you could probably sink 10 hours into it before you beat it, because it's really not that long of a game. I'm an hour and a half into it, and I think I'm halfway through it now.
Oh, yeah, because you know what the fuck you're doing with that shit. You just blaze through it. But you know what, Matt? 10 hours is totally fine with me, man. Like,
yeah. Because you'll want to, because I'm just sort of playing it through the story and all that. I'm not trying to find every single hidden room, because there was a lot of hidden stuff in that game. If you care about that, I've already been there, done that before, and
right.
It's I just want to play through.
I am taking my time. I think I've hit everything that's hidden so far. I mean, I don't really know, but I have found a lot. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I could see that.
Oh, you haven't found everything.
Really? Okay.
There's definitely some spots where it's you think there's going to be hidden stuff, but no. But then there's spots going to be where there's nothing hidden here. Yeah, there's something hidden there.
Okay. All right. Noted. So I need to be a little more vigilant in my hunting for spots. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, 10 hours is fine, Matt. Like, you know, like I'm 35 hours or 38 hours or something into Horizon Zero Dawn. And, you know, honestly, like, I stopped. Like, I'm going to go back to it and finish it. I'm pretty close. But, like, that's not typical to be able to put quite that much time into a game, or if I do, it takes a while, you know? So 10 hours, like, I can come home and, in a week or two, just screwing around for here or there, and like beat it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like that's great. That's fucking perfect for me, So I'm not sad that it's a shorter game.
I know it's still a really good game. I still love it after all these years. I really want to play the Metroid remake on the 3DS, the Metroid 2 remake.
Is that the one that is the Game Boy one?
Yeah. It's
okay. Yep.
I remember playing it and beating it on the Game Boy long ass time ago, and I don't remember anything about the game. I only played through it once because it did not age well at all. And it's
2.
I'm definitely excited about this remake, and I might pick it up maybe for Christmas or something.
I'm looking at the remake stuff and it looks phenomenal. I'm looking at it on the Game Boy. It's not, I mean, it's Game Boy.
I mean, it's not the graphics, it's more the gameplay just did not age well. Is
it very simple?
It's simple. It's also, you have such a small screen, so it's kind of hard to figure out where you are a lot of times.
Yeah.
The map isn't very handy or useful. It's just, it's not that great. But still a really good game though. But I want to
get too. The screen is small, bro. They're not getting a lot on the screen at a time with that game. No. Now that I look at it,
no, not at all. But I've also been playing Secret of Mana on the SNES Classic, and I forgot how much grinding there is in that game. Because I'm not sure. Have you played that game before?
Yeah, forever and a day ago when I was a kid. Like I said, a buddy of mine had it, and we played it, and all that. We played it together. You know how you can do or whatever. But I've never owned it. This is the first time, and it would be. I would recognize shit here or there and remember. Oh yeah, that's how I remember this now, shit like that. But I'm not fluent in it by any means. No.
Yeah, so I forgot that not only do you have to level up your regular level, you also have to level up each. You have, 10 weapons you have to level up. You have to level up each weapon, and then you start to gain, I think you have up to 8 elemental magic. You have 8 elemental types of magic, and you have to level up every one of those pieces of magic. So it's just a lot of grinding. And it's a fun game, has really good gameplay, but holy crap, you'll grind and level up everything you need to level up, and then you'll play through more of the story, and the story just throws so much more crap at you now you need to level up more weapons and more magic, and it's just, oh god, and it's taking longer every single time to level up everything.
So is this? I guess this is in the era where they were really trying to pump up, hours into games. When that. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. You're kind of making me not want to play it. Like you had gotten me all excited about it because you've been dude. This motherfucker, y'all, has been doing nothing but talk about Secret of Mana for 2 months now, and you're kind of making me not want to play it, dude.
It's still a really good game. Like, I'm excited to play. I just completely forgot how much grinding there was in it. And I guess because the last time I played through it was when it was me and a buddy, and we played through it all summer. Like, every weekend I would go over his house and we'd play it. So, of course, when you're a kid, you have all the time in the world. You don't even think about how many hours you're dipping into it. So it didn't seem that bad as a kid. Now that I'm grown up, I'm actually maybe 1/3 of the way through the game.
Right.
Now, it's really not that long of a game. It's just the grinding adds artificial hours to it. But if you do want to make it challenging for yourself, you don't have to grind all those levels, though.
Well, so I don't know, and you're going to get mad at me when I say this, and that I cherish this game as well, but one of the other Square games on the system is Final Fantasy 3 or 6, and there is some intentional fluffing of grinding in that too. Like there is, and it's not as obvious, I guess, as Secret of Mana, how you're describing Secret of Mana, but
yeah,
you have to level up, you know what I mean, and the random battles and shit will get you.
Yeah, it could. If you know nothing about that game, then for Final Fantasy 3, yeah, you'll need to level up. But the thing with Final Fantasy 3 on Super Nintendo, which they did later fix, is you could beat the game. You could literally beat every single boss in the game once you learn these 2 spells for all your characters. I don't think it works on the final boss though. But there's 2 spells you could do, and I think it's called Vanish and X Zone. So basically what you do is you can cast this on bosses too, which completely, like I said, it fucks up your game. It doesn't fuck up the game, but it's an exploit. So right. you make every single enemy or boss invisible, and then you cast this spell X Zone, which then banishes or instantly kills the enemies or bosses.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, noted. For when I play through again.
So
this is probably the uncorrected. This is probably the uncorrected version, though, right? Because it's a rip of the original ROM.
Yep. Yeah, so it has all the translation errors, all the exploits. Right. Even has the Realm exploit with her
that's
painting.
Important. That's important to me. Is that important to you in a system like the SNES Classic?
Oh yeah, I want the original terrible translations, all the bugs, and because you want to have it as close to the original hardware as you can to the original games.
Dude, so I did I forgot to show you today. I showed a couple of the guys in the office today, but I took a bunch of I just used Mega Man X, and I did a actual SNES and then this. Kind of on top of each other.
Yeah, you showed me that.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry, I did. And talking about like what's important with emulation and especially a product that's actually coming out from the actual creators themselves, like this, it is so shockingly close. Like, it's so well done, like the emulation, and like I don't care. People that are going to come out here and bitch and say colors are off or whatever, I call bullshit, because I spent a lot of time tuning my TVs to be very close to one another, and I'm telling you that the pixels are in certain small, very fine detail are slightly better on the actual real console, but you cannot fucking tell unless you literally grab a snapshot super quick and look at them. Like, you cannot, I promise you. And like, that says a lot. Like, you can say, oh, it's just a cheap, shitty little Linux box, you'll get a fucking Raspberry Pi. First of all, go fuck your Raspberry Pi. But like, dude, it's good. Like, and anybody that says that it's not, I fucking challenge them, because dude, I put it through it. I put them literally on top of each other, and I switch TVs and everything between the two. They are fucking, it's good, man. It's good. So the glitches, the exploits, the original ROMs, super important to be there. And I'm here to tell you that the speed that the game runs at, the way the pixels look, the way the colors are, all that shit, it's dead on. It's dead on. So anybody wants to talk shit, I challenge you, because it's fucking phenomenal. It is, man.
I do have to say, the emulation of the actual games feels a lot closer to the actual games, because I know you and I have talked before on the NES Classic.
The NES is off. The NES is not 100%.
It does feel off, because when I play Super Mario Brothers 1 or 3, it feels like sometimes there's a slight, like, half a nanosecond lag or something, where it's like, I know I pressed the jump button, but it didn't jump.
So we've talked about this, and my wife, she's a amateur speedrunner, I guess, for Mario Brothers, as well as her and her sister are like boss mode at Dr. Mario. And they, Melissa has complained that there's been lag and hiccups and shit like that in the NES Classic. So yeah, I would concede that that's not, there's something up there, but I think they learned from that with this NES Classic. I think they made tweaks. I really do.
Yeah, there's something about it that does feel like it's closer to the actual game. I haven't come across anything like that so far, and especially playing a game like Metroid, which I know I have played many, 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 many times now, and it feels like it's very close to the original, cartridge.
Well, Matt, I had Mega Man X pulled up, and I'm literally going from the real SNES to the SNES Classic, and I'm literally, to get screenshots, like I'm putting Mega Man in the same situations, and I'm even like holding down the run buttons at the same time and pushing them at the same time, and there isn't even a frame of difference. So like, I mean, I haven't played it, I guess, long enough to catch it glitch or do anything weird like that. But I mean, I'd probably say I have a good 5 hours into it now, into the system, and I even playing them side by side like that, like it's really good. It is, you know. So, you know, props to Nintendo for that. They apparently learned, because you're right, the NES, there's something up there. I don't know what it is, but and unfortunately I can't really compare them that well because I don't have a modded NES. So, you know, stay tuned for that. But
oh no, don't have a modded NES.
No,
I'm afraid, Meister.
I know. Whatever, PC Master Race PS4 Pro over here.
Yeah.
But no,
which I don't even fucking play anything.
I know. It's your Netflix box.
It's become my Netflix / Plex box, both my PC and my.
Matt's like, yeah, I got triple 1080 Ti's SLI. You know, no big deal. I watch Netflix on it.
And I can put half medium settings on Minecraft with that setup too.
Half medium, extra medium settings,
because it's that Java.
Dude, Java, that's a processor hog, man, if anything.
Oh god, fuck Java.
Anyways, let's not Minecraft right now. Anyways, so back at it. So all right, so Secret of Mana, what else have you played?
I played a little bit of Super Punch-Out. And, I mean, it's a fun game. I've played and beaten it before many times. I'm starting to notice, or not that I noticed, but now that I have the system and I'm going through all the games, it's like, fuck, I've pretty much played and beaten all these games except for Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Castlevania.
No, the fuck you haven't. Because nobody's beat Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Well, no, there's people that have beaten it, you know, people that are actually better than us.
People that literally have nothing else to do, because you have to beat that game fucking twice in a row without resetting it to really beat
fuck
it.
that. Well, no, it's just 3 games that I haven't beaten before. That's Ghouls and Ghosts, Castlevania, and Star Fox 2. I've beaten every other game on there.
Well, let's see. You've fully 100% completed F-Zero?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that one. No, okay, that's another one.
What
so
about all the Kirby games inside Kirby Superstar?
Yeah, that and Dream Force as well. Oh yeah, dude, that was my jam back on the Super Nintendo.
Okay, all right. What about Earthbound?
I didn't 100% it, but I've beaten it before.
Yeah, so there you go. So you're a liar. Okay. I know you've 100%ed Mario Kart because there's no way that's not even possible.
And then Mario RPG, yes, even beating Jinx, the Final Fantasy boss in it.
So damn. Well, that sucks, man. You played so many of them all the way through.
No, but I'm glad to be playing them again, though. That's the thing. I don't mind it as much, because the biggest difference with this compared to the NES Classic is the NES Classic had a lot more pick 'em up games. You know, where
it's like quite a lot of like the black box original games, like the pick 'em up, like
just pick them up and play. Like in my NES Classic, I'd have to look at all the games, but I know I haven't beaten the majority of them.
Dude, no way, no fucking way.
I know I've beaten like Metroid, both Zeldas, all 3 Marios on it. You can't really beat Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. because once you beat the first 4 levels, they just repeat over and over again.
Right.
And then,
well, technically, if you're fucking Billy Mitchell, you can beat Donkey Kong. So,
oh fuck that motherfucker!
He's gonna get to a kill screen, Matt.
Oh yeah! Oh god!
He's gonna get to a kill screen. Kill screen, guys! Kill screen's coming up.
Oh yeah, and I've beaten Kirby's Adventure. But yeah, there's a lot more games on there that I just never beaten.
Never messed with.
Yeah.
You know, I don't remember ever without cheating with a Game Genie ever beating Ninja Gaiden, whatever.
That is a game I should try to attempt to beat because I've gotten really far in it.
Yeah, like I know that like I've watched speedruns of it, and like everything looks familiar to me. So like I know I beat it, but I'm pretty sure that because the game's punishing as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I have it in the Play Choice 10, and like, dude, that shit even with arcade sticks is like punishingly hard. So and there's no way when I was a kid that I beat that full out. I don't know, but yeah, you're right. I'm looking at these games too. I'm in the same boat. I don't think I've. You know what Gradius? I'm sure you haven't beaten without some type of Konami code or something, because I don't think you can.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't beaten that, but I have beaten Mega Man 2. I just beat that recently.
Yep.
And there's games like Ice Climber, Balloon Fight, Excite Bike.
Can you beat Ice Climber though?
Well, no, I mean it's like those are the type of games you don't really beat. You just try to get high scores and all that stuff.
True.
And same with Dr. Mario. You don't really beat Dr. Mario.
Zelda 2, nobody really gives a fuck about.
You take that back.
Dude, I hate Zelda 2. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I need to re-beat that game one day.
I wish we would have got the real Super Mario Brothers 2. Don't get me wrong, I like our version of Super Mario Brothers 2, but it's really Doki Doki Panic. And like, I don't know, like I just saw, like today I was showing you the the Famicom Disk System, and it had Super Mario Brothers 2, and it was the real one, like the harder version of one, you know? Like it's just, I don't know, like it would have been nice to have gotten that. I mean, we did later on, Lost Levels or some shit, but whatever. Anyways.
Oh, dude, I'm so jealous of the Famicom Mini. It comes with NES Open, the tournament golf game.
Oh, I know.
That makes me jealous. And it comes with Solomon's Key and Final Fantasy 3. The original Final Fantasy 3.
Yeah, that's right. The real, yep. Super Famicom. I'm trying to look it up. Famicom Mini. I'm jealous of the Super Famicom Mini. What?
I'm just saying we didn't get Final Fantasy 3 because we just got Final Fantasy.
Oh, come on, Google. Translate my shit.
Translate, motherfucker.
I'm trying to get the list of Japanese games. I'm on Play Asia. Play Asia should know that I fucking... all right, there we go. Better. It fixed it. Games.
Oh, that's right. It comes with Fire Emblem, Legend of the Mystical Ninja.
Legend of the Mystical Ninja, dude. Why can't we get that shit? Why has it got to be Japanese only? Why? We like that game.
Fuck you.
We ain't nobody.
Comes with Super Soccer.
Well, you know what? Ninja or ninjutsu isn't even fucking real. So there. All right, Japan. All
How
right?
dare you?
Yeah. Well, I said it, Matt.
How dare you? They I almost kind of wish for the SNES Classic they didn't put Mega Man X on there. They gave us X2. I think we talked about that before. You fucking cat, I will kill you.
I agree. I guess I only agree because I've been recently playing Mega Man X on the regular SNES because I couldn't wait for the Classic to get here, and I saw it while we were at a game store, so I bought it. And it's like one of the few that's actually cheap, which is another thing that pisses me off about them including it, because like one of the cool things about the SNES Classic is that like Earthbound, like I'm not gonna buy that. It's expensive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get to play it now, and honestly, like with how happy I am with how good this runs it, like I almost don't even feel the need to have it on the real system anymore. Shh, don't tell the Framemeister. But Mega Man X is a $25-$30 game all day. Like, why couldn't we get X2? That's like a fucking $100 game or $80 game or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Oh, I know. I think the only complaint that I have about the SNES Classic, and it is something minor, but it is kind of missing from going from the NES Classic to this, is the lack of a good sports game.
Well, I think that because everybody kind of bitched about it.
I love Tecmo Bowl, man. I fucking love that game.
Well, because it wasn't the premier Super Nintendo sports shit. That was all EA stuff, and they weren't going to get the licensing. And honestly, Nintendo and EA don't have the best history. So, because with the whole... Which is weird, because, EA...
They could have given us Mega Man Soccer.
Okay, that'd be cool. Was there a Mario Tennis of some sort on the Super Nintendo?
No.
Or is that, no, it's the Game Boy Advance, isn't it? That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Back in the day, that would have been really cool. I love.
Yeah, it's missing a good sports game. I think I would have even taken a golf game or something. I mean, I know Kirby's Dream Course.
That's it.
But that's not really a sports game, though. It's a Kirby game more than anything.
You sound so fucking crazy right now talking about wanting a sports game in there, just so you know. Like, when me and you are in fucking game stores, we literally go so snob, nose in the air when you pass a sports game.
Okay, those are all the stupid Madden, NHL, NFL, whatever the fuck games, but there were some good sports games on Super Nintendo, like NBA Jam, fucking Ken Griffey Jr.'s baseball league.
How well do you remember that Ken Griffey Jr., by the way? Do you remember it pretty well?
I do remember doing a lot of home run derby.
Okay, well, that's the only thing that you ended up doing that game, absolutely. But there was no other players or licensing in that game, just him. And it's like it totally slipped us back in the day somehow, I guess because we were younger. Yeah. But like, there's no licensing, there's no other player names. Like, it's just him. Yeah. He's the only one. Like, it's really weird. And there's no way they were going to get the license for that. No fucking way. Plus, you know, I don't know who's going to give Ken Griffey a fucking payday nowadays, anyways. Just sheer principle.
Oh, and I just thought of another thing. The SNES Classic is missing. It's missing a good sports game, and it's missing a good puzzle game too. I mean, that's true. You could try to say Kirby's Dream Course is a puzzle / sports game, but
there's puzzle to it, yeah.
But I don't agree with that. It's missing like a good Tetris or Dr. Mario or I don't know, anything.
You're right. There's none of that. I guess because it's on the SNES Classic and it's kind of redundant. Which, you know, honestly, like we joke, but like a lot of people weren't as fortunate to get both. You know what I mean? Like we fucking got lucky as could be for the first one.
Oh my God, I know.
Like seriously, like we almost didn't get one. And like, you know, but I don't know, maybe Nintendo, because they plan on bringing that back out, you know, maybe that's why, you know, I don't know, but I don't hate the lineup, dude. I mean,
I don't have any problems with the lineup. It's just now that we have it and I've been playing it, I've sort of noticed that, hey, there's not really like a good sports game or a puzzle game, and it's you know what I mean.
Oh, I do. And you know what I'm noticing right now, I'm looking at on Nintendo's website itself, the games. So they have like the little box arts. Mm-hmm. And so all the exclusive shit, Punch-Out, only for Nintendo, Kirby's Dream Course, only for Nintendo, Earthbound, only for Nintendo. They went through the hassle to make box art for Star Fox 2, but it doesn't say, and even actually regular Star Fox, it doesn't say only for Nintendo on it. Was that a slip up, or was that before they started doing that?
It's probably before they started doing that, because Star Fox was an earlier game.
But what about Star Fox 2?
That's true, because I don't see a box for that, because that never came out.
Yeah, you're right. I'm looking at the box art on something else. Somebody, I guess it's fan made or something. But you're right, because look at F-Zero, Zelda, Mario Kart. None of them say that. Okay.
Yeah, and those are earlier titles.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I don't think Super Ghouls and Ghosts is on anything else either. Not that it. No. Maybe it is. No, it's not. Is it?
I don't think it is.
No, I think it is. I think it's on multiple systems actually. Now I want to know. I played that, by the way, on here.
Yeah, I played it for like 2 seconds, and then I just remembered, fuck this game.
Remember how bad you fucking hate it and everything it's about?
Yeah. I do have to say, I think I like Ghosts and Goblins better than Super Ghouls and Ghosts, because Ghosts and Goblins, I can at least get to like the 4th level before I completely die.
I don't know, man. Like I played this one more as a kid, so for me it's this one. But you're right, it is. You can get farther in that for sure. Yeah. It's off the bat, it's much easier, for sure.
And I think Contra 3 might be my favorite Contra as well too.
Yeah, Contra. I really like it a lot.
I do love the first one. Don't get me wrong. That one.
Yeah, I like the first one. I think is probably gonna take it for me.
But 3, I have more memories playing that more than anything.
So the SNES version of the game. So there is multiple. It was on video game compilation Capcom Generation. So it was re-released on the PlayStation, Sega Saturn, PlayStation 2, Xbox, PSP. Those are all ports, though. So it originally came out on the SNES, but it's been ported to a bunch of different shit. Virtual Console on the Wii, it came out on the Game Boy Advance. So, so it was on other stuff, but it was in collections and it was a port. So, okay, yeah. So technically at the time it wasn't exclusive, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool to know. I didn't know that.
Dude, the graphics are so good on that, but it does have some slowdown. Like when the ground rises up and shit, like you get some serious slowdown on that shit. It's like, again, back to our other point about keeping shit original, like, and right, like it slows down just like the real SNES does. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. How do you feel about the controller? The controller feels extremely, extremely close to the original.
Well, so when I originally picked it up, I was like, oh my God, why is there texture? Why is it so, like, what is this? What is this roughness, you know? And it took me grabbing one of my old SNES controllers and like up towards like where you never touch, like where it says like, you know, Super Nintendo or whatever entertainment system. There's still texture up there on mine. And what it is we rubbed them fucking smooth. That being said, I still think it's a different plastic though. The other stuff's like harder feeling for some reason.
Another thing that I noticed, this is a very small complaint, but the concave of the Y and X buttons isn't as deep as the original well.
It's not. Yeah. It doesn't bother me too much.
Yeah, it doesn't bother. It's just something I noticed because when I was doing it side by side, I'm like, because being the geek I am, I wanted to know like was there any kind of physical differences or anything.
Before I turned it on, 'cause I was sitting out of the box, I did the same shit. No, you're right. The concave is a little off, but the button material is the same, and the D-pad is spot the fuck on.
Yeah.
Which is really impressive. And it's really solid feeling. It doesn't feel cheap or like it's going to break. Like it is quality.
Yeah, I do have to say like I said, I think they just did an overall better job in this one compared to the NES Classic, because the NES Classic controller, it does feel a little off with it.
Well, the shape and the materials, though, I think playing it feels off. And some of the way that like the buttons push and stuff are definitely a little different, or maybe just because we're used to worn out ones. I don't know, but yes,
maybe that's it. Yeah,
but the materials and the shape and the size and all that are way closer than the SNES Classic controller. The NES Classic controller is, at least in appearance and just touching it, is way closer to an original NES controller than the SNES one. But I think that you're right, though, that the feel is better on the SNES Classic one. I think that I don't know, maybe they made an improved version of it. Maybe they could have made it exactly the same, and they're like, well, we know all the shit that goes wrong with those, so let's go ahead and not do that this time around. I don't know. But let's talk about that it included two controllers with longer cords. I mean, shit. Like, way to go, Nintendo, listening, like... The fucking NES Classic needed to come with that, so, Do you think, Matt, they're going to do a 64 Classic? That'd be really weird for them to do.
I mean, I can't see why they wouldn't. I mean, it's very possible they could, but...
Licensing.
Not only the licensing is... I think a lot of people forget that the Nintendo 64 didn't really have that many great games overall. It had there are games on there that are really, really good, but when you look at the library as a whole and compare it to Nintendo or Super Nintendo, it's not that good.
Well, they were getting their asses kicked. They were really late to the game, and PlayStation really just came and fucked the game up.
Well, and it's also because when Nintendo was too stubborn and stuck with cartridges as well too. Maybe we've talked about this before on the podcast, so forgive me if we have, but or maybe it was just you and I having a conversation, and again, forgive me if I'm repeating myself, but you know why they did that? The cartridge shit? Yeah, I think it's because they own the rights to it, or they make money off it.
That's right. They make the cartridges, so everybody has to go through them. That's right.
That's right.
And that turned away a lot of third-party developers because they're like, well, hold on.
It turned away Squaresoft at the time because they were going to originally put Final Fantasy VII on the 64.
storage was what turned them away, though. They were really, really sweet with Nintendo at the time because they had such a success on the Super Nintendo platform. But storage, and look at it, like they were like, we can make a CD for 26 cents, and it's like you're charging, I don't know what it was like something ridiculous, like $16 or $17 it cost to make a 64 cartridge. Like the margins are insane, so that was a big thing, and it was Nintendo trying to be greedy and keep their hands in every part of it and make a buck everywhere they could. Ultimately what it sold, like 24 million units, the 64 total, where the PS1 was like 128 or something million.
Something like that.
It wasn't even close. Like it wasn't even in the same, realm. The Dreamcast did like 12 million. So it only did twice as good as the Dreamcast. Like, what's that saying? You know what I mean? So
a lot of it is nostalgia, getting people in the face, and it is that time where, because you remember 5 years ago everybody was crazy about the Super Nintendo, and now it's Nintendo 64's turn where everybody's going crazy over it now.
Everybody that grew up with it, because we were in middle school when the 64 came out. So, we technically grew up with it, sure, but like that wasn't our first gen of console. In fact, that was our third generation of console. Yep. But like there was kids that were young, that was their first console. So yeah, it's just their time, it's just coming, it's just its turn. Yeah. That being said, Mario 64 was revolutionary. At the time, I got a PlayStation before I had a 64, and I didn't get a 64 till way late in the game, but I had a PlayStation. But even I would talk shit, because it was all about what was better statistically and what was, this when you were a kid and you were fucking this or that, but honestly, like, you bet your ass when I was at somebody's house that had Mario, I would fight you to play it, or when you're at Walmart, and they had it, like, I'm going right to that shit, so.
Oh, hell yeah. Yep, I remember that. And like I said, it's not that the system is bad, don't get me wrong. It's just the library of games is really not that great. So if they were to make a 64 Classic, what would be on it? Mario 64, Mario Kart. They could probably put Pokemon Snap or Stadium on there. Smash Brothers.
They'd have to. Yeah.
Smash Brothers, of course.
They couldn't, like we were talking earlier, like they couldn't do Diddy Kong Racing because Microsoft ain't releasing that license.
They could do Donkey Kong 64. They could do Kirby 64.
I don't think they can do Donkey Kong 64.
But they own the characters, though.
They own the characters, but not the enemies. They only own
that's
Donkey.
Right.
Yeah, and Diddy. Like, they don't own anybody else. So I don't think so.
I forgot about that.
So, like,
they put Kirby 64 on there, Dr. Mario 64.
Yeah. You'd have no Conker's Bad Fur Day. You'd have no
GoldenEye.
Banjo-Kazooie. No Gold. So GoldenEye, that's the thing. That was a system seller.
That was the game to have. If you only had one game on the 64, it better be GoldenEye.
Because if it wasn't, like, you weren't shit. It was like literally people look at you like you were fucking stupid. Like, what do you mean you got a 64 and you don't have GoldenEye? You know what I mean?
You only got Wayne Gretzky's NHL on there.
They literally
was a really fucking good game, by the way.
As far as hockey games go, it was definitely better than anything at the time on PlayStation. Absolutely. Yeah, if you told me that, though, like, oh, you got 64, like, let's get on the GoldenEye, and you're like, all I got's Wayne Gretzky, I would literally consider smashing your Nintendo 64 just for you being a dumb fuck. Like, you could have had GoldenEye and you bought that shit. Like, you had a choice and you bought that shit.
I would literally call my mom to tell me to pick me up from this sleepover right now.
Mom, I can't. Why, honey? Yeah. What's wrong? Well, they don't have GoldenEye, but they have a 64. Do you want me to bring your copy? No, I don't want you to bring my copy. Come get me.
Oh man, but yeah, it's
Zelda.
Zelda I mean,
on there.
Probably you could put both of them on there. But like I said, without GoldenEye, it'd be real, because that is such an iconic game for it. And it would be really, really hard to have a 64 Classic without that game. Could you do it? Yeah, of course you could do it. And
would it sell as hard? Would people be as excited if you know, like you gotta have
I wouldn't
Smash,
be.
Mario Kart, and GoldenEye, and Mario 64. Like that would be the 4 that would be required, I think. And you know, like how we were just talking, like how this is 64, and obviously because you're looking to get into one, and you see the prices going up on them. Like there is the crowd that wants them and thinks they're cool, but there's also a movement of it didn't age well. Have you heard a bunch of that talk go around?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Look at the games; they have not aged well at all. A lot of them look terrible.
Yeah,
Like GoldenEye looks terrible if you were to try to play it now.
Fun, though.
Oh, it's fun as hell, but it's bad. It's bad.
It's terrible bad. Yeah, it's real bad. There's still tournaments for that shit though, which is really crazy.
Is there just no odd job allowed?
Yeah, no, there's strict rules for sure. Yeah. Odd job's bullshit. Although these guys are so good, I don't think it would fucking matter, to be honest with you. What they did is what I never thought to do, which I fucking should have. But they changed the controls around so that the joystick is like a mouse, like looking around, and then it's forward, back, left, and right on the C buttons. So you got strife left and right, and then forward, back on the C buttons instead of the up and the down on the C buttons, like for your view. And they look around the joystick. Dude, it's game changing. I fucking did it. It's amazing. Like the game is like really playable now.
Oh shit! I never thought of doing that. That sounds awesome.
Oh, it's good. It's so good, dude. It fixes it. Like it really does. When everybody says, "Oh, I can't play that shit anymore," they didn't do that, dude. That's the move. So you hear that, Framemeister? They can't get GoldenEye, so you're safe. I still have a reason for you. If they make a classic, you're okay. But. Well, let's see. What other? My wife is crazy excited about Yoshi's Island, which
is a really good game, dude. That is a game that can take you a while. Like if you want to completely 100% that game, that's a hard game to 100%. That was both my grandparents, my grandpa and grandma. That was the only game they would play on Super Nintendo, and they would
that's
play
awesome.
all three. They would play all 3 game files, 100% each one, and then delete all 3 of them and start over.
Wow.
Yeah.
They probably got pretty good at it though after a while. So.
Yep.
That's a really fucking cool story, man. Damn. Wow.
Yeah.
I wish my fucking grandparents were that cool.
That was the only game they liked to play though, and you couldn't get them to play anything else. And dude, they were better than me at that game.
It's funny how that works. Like I got my my mother-in-law. She won't play games really. I mean, she played like Mario and shit back in the day and stuff. And she'll see her play it here or there, especially like on the arcade machine. But I got her into Red Dead somehow, and like she was like, you know, super professional, and she was like not going to work so she could play Red Dead and shit, dude. Like, but I can't get her to play anything else. Like I showed her like some other games and stuff. Like she saw me playing, ooh, what's that? You know, this and that, and sees me, and you know, it's sandbox, and you know, it's similar shit. You know what I mean? But something about Red Dead, and like she's literally talking. She was asking me the other day about how much PS4s are and when's Red Dead 2 coming out and all that. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's exactly to your point though. Like it's weird. Like some people are just like that. Like they're just into that one thing and they get really good at it, you know, and that's cool, you know.
I guess that's a good segue into Red Dead Redemption 2 before we end it tonight.
Yeah, for sure. So the trailer looks cool. Graphics look phenomenal, which shocking, you know. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5 looked really good on what they did with that on the PS3 and Red Dead on the PS3, how good they looked. I mean,
oh yeah,
obviously it's gonna look good on the current gen console. I know it's not fucking 60 frames, which it probably will be for your privileged ass though.
Of course.
I would really be disappointed if they didn't do, maybe they don't do 4K and 60 frames for the Pro, because that is a bit of development, but at least to do the 60 frames on the Pro, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be really pissed off if they didn't do that, and more so if I was you.
I guess, well, I mean, if it's anything like other games, it'll come out regular, and then they'll do a PS4 patch like a month later.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But so from what we understand of the story, it's definitely a prequel, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe like 10 years before the first game.
It seems to be of a very close time period, and you know, with like with how like technology with guns and shit progressed, it actually kind of progressed pretty fast around that time. And some of the guns you can see like them using or holding rather are, of the same time period of this first game. So yeah, it would have to be very close. Yeah, I think 10 years max, maybe.
Okay. And it takes place I forgot the main character's name already, but it's in that gang that John Marston was in before.
Probably before he was part of it, yeah, because Dutch is still there and shit.
Dutch, that's right. And I think he's the leader of the gang, if I remember correctly. And you're playing like one of Dutch's men, and I mean we know very, very little about the story, but it's definitely looks good. But as I mentioned earlier in the cast, I have a few reservations about this game.
Oh, and so do I. And in fact, right on their website brought it up. So go on, let me you're probably going to touch on this. I want to see if you nail it.
Well, I haven't looked up anything on their website, but I'm kind of afraid for this game because if it's going to be anything like Grand Theft Auto 5, then I have a feeling that once it comes out, they're going to put all their focus on the online aspect. And
you just hit the nail on the head. Are you ready to get depressed? Listen to this. Okay. Developed by the creator. Dude, this is fucking so verbatim. This is right on their website, right below the screenshots. Spring 2018. The next thing it says, developed by the creators of Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption 2 is an epic tale of life in America's unforgiving heartland. Okay, everything's okay so far. Here's where it goes downhill. The game's vast and atmospheric world will also provide the foundation for a brand new online multiplayer experience. End of paragraph, everything right to the pre-order button. They're going to go fucking hard on the online, dude. We're going to see no DLC, just like Grand Theft Auto.
And it's... Oh, God. Okay. So we played a little bit of the Grand Theft Auto 5 online. We didn't really get that into it. We didn't go grind and do missions and heists and all that stuff. Because when it
there, but it was hard, dude, because people would fuck you over. And like it was hard. It
wasn't only just people fucking over. It really wasn't fun to just grind for money, because when you remember all those nights we played Grand Theft Auto 4 online before 5 came out.
Oh, sure.
That was a lot of fun. I had doing missions in that because you didn't have to have money on the online.
Yeah, you could spawn, like, you could figure out, like, you could even make your game and do what guns you wanted and all that shit. Yeah. We would spawn in with crazy shit, or you'd be close to where the crazy shit was or whatever and go get it. Yeah.
And you can make private lobbies too for just you and your friends, which was the best thing about it. You couldn't do any of that in 5. I don't know if you can do it now because I don't play it, but when it first came out, you couldn't do like any of that shit, and you'd have random people join you and just kill you all the time, take all your money, and it's like, what's the fucking point, man? I don't feel like having to grind for this shit. It's not a job, You're right, and there's not much in the way of like story or anything to keep you in. It's literally a grind. You're right. It's like, do you want to fuck off for a while and shoot rockets? Well, now you're out of rockets. You need more money. Go fucking do a shitty mission, and hope that you don't get fucked when you're done with it, so you can, you know what I mean? It was just, I don't know, like, I get what they tried to do. I do, and I respect it. Like, they're really trying to make a good online experience, but I just don't think anybody's, like, fully cracked it yet as far as, like, open world online goes. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just, it's not there for me. It doesn't, honestly, I had more fun with Red Dead's online because it was just a bunch of, like, weird-ass games you could play. You know what I mean? It was, like, it was set in, like, part of the Red Dead world. And it was like, I don't know, like they invent, like there was a bunch of like weird games to just go in and play. I don't know, maybe that's too old school and we're just old, but I don't know. I'm worried as well, and it's a shame we haven't gotten any like story DLC for Grand Theft Auto 5, and obviously it's not going to happen now. No, they've already scrapped it all, and it's sad. They've already said that they've scrapped it and it's not coming out. So, and it sucks because I'm afraid Red Dead's going to be the same exact thing, that it's going to be a really good single player game.
And then you're done.
And then if you don't like that online multiplayer grind, then you're done. And that sucks.
Dude, like the first Red Dead, dude, it had Undead Nightmare, was like, yeah, it was much shorter, but it was its own game. Like, you didn't even like get weapons and ammo and shit the same way, and that like they changed everything, you know, like it used the world and it like was like a pseudo like, you know, alternate timeline, you know what I mean, that had nothing to do with the regular game, and it was like a whole nother experience. It's like, I'm afraid that shit's gone. That was the best thing in the world ever. Like that shit was so awesome. I loved that damn game.
Yeah, I didn't play too much of the online. I played it a little bit because by the time I got Red Dead Redemption, it was already really late into the game's lifespan. So
Right.
there wasn't too many people on it. Like, there were people on it, but they were all way higher levels than I was, and
Right.
I was just like, it's not that fun. So
So Red Dead, you hit the nail on the head, dude. That was my only gripe about it too. It does look phenomenal. I'm still excited for it. I'm still gonna play it. But yeah, it's just, I mean, Matt, it's literally like the first bit of information you can actually it's the only information you can really read on the website about it right now, and it literally, they crush it. The game's vast and atmospheric world will also provide the foundation for a brand new online multiplayer experience. They're basically telling you, like, yeah, it's going to be good, but online's where we're going to focus.
oh god, why?
Oh, well, I am excited, though. I can't wait to see the new world. Like, it's going to be huge, you know? Like, so Red Dead Redemption, the first one, was actually, like, built on, like, what became the platform for Grand Theft Auto 5. So they were really still learning it. Like, if you notice, like, the controls are all very similar, and, like, the world and, like, the way the texture maps and all that stuff are and all that.
Yeah.
So, like, now with Grand Theft Auto 5 under their belts, like, they really know this new engine and platform. Like, this is going to probably be pretty phenomenal, I think. Like, the world and the size and all that.
Oh yeah, I think it's probably going to be, it'll probably definitely be bigger than the first game. And it's probably going to have a lot of, oh yeah, it was definitely freaking big. It had a lot of varied environments, and it just better have some motherfucking Texas Hold'em so I can spend 20 hours on that, and then you get mad at me wondering why I haven't gotten any farther in the game.
Yeah, dude. That was pretty funny when that happened. Also, I wonder if they'll have the suit where you can cheat in poker, too. That was always fun.
Oh, I'm sure they'll have something like that. It's a lot of the suits were cool.
Dude, the best part about cheating is if you got caught, you had to duel. Like, it was awesome.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Something to note more on the I don't know. It doesn't. I guess it's not really related to anything except for Final Fantasy, which we briefly touched on tonight. But you noticed that you had told me about the worst. You had the worst strategy guide in the world was for Final Fantasy 9.
Oh yeah, yep.
And I put a link up there. Even though it's from like a couple years ago, Kotaku actually reposted it. I just think that's funny. Like, you were telling me about it, and then like it shows back up. There was already an article written for it, and then it shows back up. And like, it's one of the games I'm currently in the middle of, and I'm like, I wanted to borrow it from you, but like, it's all shut down. Like, I can't use the online part of it anymore.
No, it's such a bad guide. So one of my favorite things to get as a kid, because back then, I'm sure the strategy guides now are still really good. It's just I haven't bought one in maybe since PlayStation 2 era, from like Final Fantasy X, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
And,
me as well.
So I used to love reading strategy guides, not just to help me in the game, but it had a lot of them were really well written and fun to read, and you know, you learn stuff about the game that you never even would have thought of. So one of my favorites were Final Fantasy guides. And when Final Fantasy IX came out, of course I got the guide, and it's literally every like paragraph in the strategy guide is it'll tell you something and say off to the side, if you want to know more about this, go to playonline.com. And oh god, it's so terrible. It's on every single page of the guide.
It really is. And if you read Kotaku's article about it, you can literally just Google the worst strategy guide ever made, and it'll bring you right to Kotaku's article. Like, they nail it. Exactly what you said. It's like, oh, want to find out? Like, it tells you about an item, and it's like, want to find out where it is? go to whatever Play Online or whatever the website was. It's like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Like, and they make a good point. Like when that happened, like dial-up was still kind of, prevalent, like most people still had dial-up. Like, you had to tie the fucking phone line up, and usually your PC probably wasn't in the same room as where you were playing games. So now you're running back and forth through your fucking house to get your strategy guide on. Fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, it's... Oh, God. I don't know why you brought that up, because I hated that.
You had just recently mentioned that you had the strategy guide, and I got excited.
Yeah.
And then you told me how fucked it was, and then I saw the article, and I was like, oh, God. So I just thought it was funny. It was topical. Let's see. The Secret of Mana remake, Matt.
Oh, yeah. It's I was telling you before that the Secret of Mana game on the Super Nintendo, it is so poorly translated. It's just a lot of the dialogue sometimes just doesn't make any sense of what the hell is going on in the game. But the gameplay is so...
story up, right?
Oh, yeah. The gameplay is so good that it makes up for the lack of story. So I'm hoping this remake definitely fixes a lot of the storyline of it, where it actually makes it a coherent story. And I think this is coming out. Is it just PS4 and Xbox?
I'm remake on PS4, it says. I'm trying to find if it says anything else.
PS4, Vita, and PC.
Oh, okay. So sort of a Sony exclusive if you're into the console life. I'm looking at the graphics. This looks really cool, by the way. I really like the style of art that they did.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it like cell shaded. It reminds me a lot of like the overhead view, like where they show like going over the bridge and stuff. Like, I don't know if you're on the link that you sent me, but from Game Informer. But like, it reminds me a lot of. Did you play what is it on PS3 and PSP? Fucking Fat Princess. Did you ever play that?
I played a demo of it.
The art style is really reminds me of that, and like the overhead view. And this would be really cool probably to have on like something like the Vita, to have portable.
Yeah, and probably wouldn't be bad. They also need to put this on the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, man, it's weird that it wouldn't be on a Nintendo system, right? Like, because that's where it came out. It wasn't exclusive back then? I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, it was only on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Back then. So yeah, it is kind of weird that they wouldn't put it on the Switch. Maybe it will come on the Switch later. It's just they're just now releasing it for PS4. You never know.
Well, I mean, think about it, right? If it's coming out on the PS4, the Vita, and the PC, that's all written in the same architecture. So they would have to completely port it and change it over to ARM, whatever the fucking Switch uses. So yeah, it wouldn't be a right-away thing anyways. So that's true.
Oh, the Switch is an x86 architecture?
ARM, same as your iPhone. Well, most phones. Which is why you're seeing all the indie shit pop up on it so fast. Is because it's not a big deal for them to port it over.
Which I'm excited about Stardew Valley coming to the Nintendo Switch. I may buy that game again when I get a Switch.
You said it's a really good, like, sort of Harvest Moon-y type game. Yeah,
I feel like it brings the best aspects of the original Harvest Moon with my favorite Harvest Moon game besides the Super Nintendo one, Back to Nature on PS1.
Okay.
It's really, really fun farming game, and it's not
freemium, is it?
No. It's once you buy the game, that's it.
Okay, all right. That's the life I can live. I can't do fucking freemium, man. I might check it out. I don't know.
If you like Harvest Moon, you definitely like it. It looks like they're selling it for $15 on the Switch, which that's, like I said, if you like that game and enjoy it, that's super cheap because that game can get you sucked in. I think I only have like 10 hours on the game, and I'm not even done with the first year.
Oh, shit. Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
See, again, it would be really good in a portable form. So, like, they hit it on the Vita, or like you're saying, if it comes out, or they said it is coming out on the Switch, right? Stardew Valley?
Yep.
So, I mean, that's on point then, because portable is definitely the move for something that takes that long. I have a lot more time when I can play things here or there. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
So real quick, I want to talk about something, Matt, that we didn't have in the show notes here, but we briefly talked about today. You did kind of brush it off a little snobbily, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm not hurt. I'm not hurt.
What did I snobbily brush off?
But, for us non-PC Master Race plebes, okay, that live on non-pro consoles, okay, they just released the beta, and it's going to be fully free soon for Fortnite, and they did the Battle Royale mode. It's free on PlayStation. I think it's on Xbox as well. And it's sort of like a PUBG type play. It's like Battle Royale style, but in the Fortnite type game. So there's a little bit of crafting and things like that go along with it. But I've been watching it. It looks pretty fucking cool. It looks like it might give me that PUBG itch scratched before I can get PUBG. I don't know. I want to see your thoughts on it if you knew any more about it, or if you would be interested in downloading it. I actually told my PlayStation to download it. I just haven't checked it out yet.
Yeah, I told it to download it too. Today I haven't even looked to see if it finished or anything.
True.
But it's the one thing that I know about Fortnite that definitely makes it sound more interesting than PUBG is it's very similar. You all just go into an island and you start off with nothing and you collect stuff from there, but you can also build bases in the game as well too.
Hence the Fortnite name. Like, you can put up walls and stairs to get to different spots and stuff like that. Like, you actually have a way to like kind of build your defense. Yeah.
Which that sounds very interesting. I'm interested to see how that actually plays out in a game. How much of a difference that's going to make. And I don't know. If it's better than PUBG's, then so be it. PUBG has been under a lot of heat lately, actually.
Well, they're threatening this game, actually, this Fortnite game. Yeah.
Which is dumb because they don't own a game mode.
It's Battle Royale. They didn't invent it, unfortunately. Yeah. It's honestly, you want to get even crazier? It's fucking Hunger Games. So, what, you want to get the movie involved in it?
Or if you want to get even crazier, it's Battle Royale, the Japanese movie that came out before Hunger Games was made.
That's right. Dude, honestly, like back in probably 2012, probably about somewhere in 2012, I was playing Hunger Games mods on Minecraft online.
Shit, I remember, I don't think we called it Battle Royale, but I remember playing very similar game modes in Delta Force online back on dial-up days, motherfucker.
Yeah. You had to scramble for the weapons and shit. You didn't have anything. That's right.
You had to scramble for weapons, and the maps were so huge that you pretty much would just have to find a tree. Not a tree. Yeah. Just maybe find somebody in 30 minutes and but I remember the map not getting smaller at all. It would just be a giant area, and it was, you just wait.
Yeah, no, that's definitely an improvement, the map closing in on you, and I think necessary in a large map. And I don't honestly, Matt, I don't see Fortnite being better than PUBG. I think PUBG is really, they need to be fucking careful here because they have such a good fan base. Like, they need to not piss off too many people before they're even out of beta. Yeah. But will it be better? I don't think so. I think these games both have their place. Like, this Fortnite is kind of fun and whimsical and like cartoony, and like it has this whole like crafting thing to it, right? Mm-hmm. And like, if you want something like, like the guns aren't upgradable in Fortnite, like you have to find that kind of gun. Where like PUBG is like you can change all that shit. PUBG is very serious. It's very like tactical. It's very like paramilitary. You know what I mean? It's very like Battlefield-y, Call of Duty-y. And Fortnite isn't that. So, saying it'll be better, I don't think so. It could be. I don't know. It could become the next big thing, but probably not. And I think that PUBG just needs to chill the fuck out. They need to hang out with Microsoft like they're doing and bring this shit up naturally. And I think they're gonna crush. Yeah.
Just gotta have to wait and see, I guess, in the long run. It's I'm definitely willing to try Fortnite with you and see if it's any better.
I'm not hoping for better. I'm just thinking that like until this shit comes out on the Xbox or until I get my PC ready, which is looking like February time, I just want to try something that's a similar like gameplay style, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I don't know.
I see what you mean. Well,
We'll see.
I mean, PUBG needs some competition, so
It does.
nothing wrong with it.
It does. And whimsical looking games have great success. Look at what Blizzard's done with some of that shit with World of Warcraft or with Overwatch. You know what I mean? Like these types of games aren't necessarily super serious, you know what I mean? But they're huge. So maybe it will.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not a nail in the coffin for sure. But let's see, Matt. Anything else you want to go over, man, before we cut to our adventure?
That's pretty much it. I think we covered a lot of. Well, so the adventure was the night of September 28th.
I'll never forget it.
Yeah, I'll never forget it. It was a cold winter breeze blowing through my hair in the summer morn of
I wish
September.
it was. I wish any of that was true. It was hot as fuck. The only thing blowing our hair was the Volvo AC, but
not in the back seat though.
Yeah, sorry. I left it on auto climate control, and it was fine up front. I got the temp right where I was.
No, but to summarize, our plan was to go to a Walmart in Bushnell, which is 40 miles away from us or something like that.
So that's a fair estimate. Yeah,
and to get there at 9:00 and just wait in line, and we got there at 8:30 or something like that, I think.
Yeah, it was like right about 8:30. We were on schedule. That's kind of what we hoped for, somewhere around that neighborhood. Yeah.
And we were hoping they'd have some SNES Classics because last year they had some NES Classics and no one ever came like opening day to get any of them. So we were hoping to kind of be the same thing for SNES Classic, but they said they didn't have any. The truck that just came in didn't have any. So what was it? We called a bunch of Walmart stores, and then
we shit our pants. We freaked the fuck out.
Yeah,
because that was our plan, and it went away instantly.
Yeah, so we called a bunch of Walmarts nearby, and we found that one in Leesburg, which is about 70 miles away from our house, but 30 miles away
from there. Yeah.
And they said they had 24, and that there were only 4 people in line.
Well, they wouldn't give a straight answer, which is what was bothering us too. Is they said 4 or 5.
Yeah,
we're like, what does that mean?
Yeah, so we rushed to get there. Like you were speeding like a motherfucker.
Allegedly
going fast in a moving vehicle of unknown origin.
Federal highway.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
And I gotta say, we went through some backwards ass roads. Like I thought we were gonna get fucking shot, or Deliverance was gonna come and get us. Yes, Deliverance is a person now.
He lives somewhere around Leesburg.
Yeah, I thought Deliverance was gonna come and stick a banjo up our asses or some shit, because it got pretty scary just driving to that Walmart.
No street lights. That's the shit we're talking about. Like it was literally dark. It was crazy that it took us back roads. Like I wasn't trusting the fucking car's GPS, so like Chris had it running on his phone, and I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, man. Like, oh no. And then the Walmart is on Dr. MLK Boulevard, like historically the most, the man that stood for nonviolence. Hit all the streets named after him are probably the most violent streets in America, and the shit is literally on that street. That was not a good sign. Although we did see no violence actually on that street, so that was good.
But when we got to that Walmart and started waiting, there were some definitely shady ass people that were sort of milling around like the line that was forming. That one guy in the trucker hat with the big ass knife in his back pocket.
Yeah.
That guy was definitely shady as hell.
Dude, I got eyeballed through like when you're walking down aisles, you're walking down say the quote unquote main drag through a Walmart. And like you're walking down and you glance through the aisles that you pass that are perpendicular to you.
Yeah.
there was a guy that followed me for like 3. He was trying to figure out. I figured out he was just trying to see what the hell I was holding and what we were all doing. Like he didn't know. But like for a second, I'm like, is this motherfucker about to roll me in the parking lot for my SNES? Like it was a little unnerving. And like, dude, how about that Walmart? Like it was like the original Walmart. Like it wasn't even like a full blown super center. Like they had a ceiling.
Yeah, it was definitely like a full-blown original mart. It didn't even have the wall part. It was just,
it was just a mart.
Yeah, so we waited, what, over 2.5 hours to get our SNES Classic, and then we got out of there, and shit, I didn't get home till after 2 o'clock that morning, and I was playing Secret of Mana when I got home, and
you were texting me that shit. I couldn't believe that you did. I all I had in me was to play the first level of Star Fox, just to like, it was eating me alive that Star Fox 2 wasn't unlocked. So like I just played the first level and I was like, okay, I'm good. And then like I went to bed.
Yeah, man. But I think in our adventure there's a little bit more details. Some of it may be cut out because it may not be appropriate for on-air podcasting world. So just remember, we were pretty damn tired when we were leaving and all that stuff, and the adrenaline was starting to wear off.
Yeah, energy drinks were wearing off. Yeah, it was interesting. But yeah, so yeah, hopefully it's somewhat understandable. Like we were all having a good time, I know that. So,
oh yeah, for sure.
Bullshitting. So yeah, it might be a little rough, guys. We did it in the car. It's the first time we've done a mobile podcast. We'll see how it sounds and how it works out and what we need to change and stuff. Maybe we might do more adventures. Actually, if you want to really check out something with it, Matt, you're going to be going to somewhere upcoming for your podcast for Magic with Zuby, and you'll be using the new mobile setup. So
yeah, dude, I can already assume I'm gonna get like 6 or 7 episodes out of it because I'm gonna be so bored out of my mind driving up to Georgia.
Dude, just plug the lav into that, clip it onto your shirt, and talk away, man. You'll be solid, man. But
yeah,
you know, so
I'll have a good amount of content for about 6 or 7 weeks.
That'll be cool though. You have that shit in the bank. You don't have to worry about it, man. You know?
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. I mean, what? It's not a big deal to do a podcast every week, right, Matt?
No, it's just a pain in the fucking ass.
Right in the pee hole.
I mean, I love it. It's so awesome. It's fun. I love all my listeners.
It's the best. Stuff. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I'll try and remember. I did post up. Like I know I say I'm going to post stuff on our Twitter, and I usually do. I just do it really late. Like I posted up that video that, you know, arcade I went to and shit like that, but it came up like weeks later or whatever. But I'll try and remember that when I put this out, I'll jump on my phone. I'll post up some of the comparison pics and some of the size comparison pics that I took of the SNES Classic and versus an actual SNES and all that good stuff. So you guys can check that out. I don't know. Might be kind of cool if in case anybody's wondering or on the fence or wasn't able to get one. We did the research so you don't have to. So that's fun.
Oh yeah.
What else, Matt? Where can they find us?
They can find us on Twitter at VCR Gaming Podcast.
No.
Or is it at VCR Gaming?
There you go.
There we go. I totally knew that. The email is vcrgamingpodcast@gmail.com.
Nailed it. The website is vcrgamingpodcast.com.
That's true. And then you can find me on Twitter. Actually, you know, just follow me at Magic with Zuby because I put my personal Twitter on private because I fucking hate everybody.
Because you're a celebrity now?
No, it's just I was getting tired of stupid people on Twitter, so I put myself on private and just unfollowed everybody except 87 people.
Wow, dude. Holy shit,
Yeah.
I didn't know you did that.
Oh, yeah, it's because people on Twitter are stupid, but I love you guys. I love you guys on Twitter.
Did you unfollow me?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right.
I mean, yes. No, I only unfollowed the people that I don't give two shits about. I blocked so many people.
That's all right, though, man, to separate it out. I mean, you said there's some toxicness, so good for you, man, for handling that like an adult, you know? So you can still get Zuby, though, on Twitter with his Magic with Zuby. So that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
He checks that shit daily, so don't front.
It's more like hourly. Okay, minutely,
Yeah.
secondly.
Yeah. You can also find us at facebook.com/VCR Gaming, iTunes, Google Play, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher. Of course, always just give it a good search there, VCR Gaming. You can find me on Twitter. I am at Killabees2T. You can hit me up on there. I am nobody, and nobody's been toxic to me yet, so you can still get me until one day when I just go dark behind the VCR Gaming one, like Zuby has done. But that day hasn't come yet, so you guys come on. Hey, maybe it could be you. Hey, how about that? So, yeah, I guess that's about it, man. So enjoy our adventure, and sorry if the quality is awkward again. It's a new thing for us, and
yeah, we're hoping to do more in the future.
Go on adventures.
Yeah.
And then talk shit about everybody while they don't realize what we're doing.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because that's what you do when you go to a shitty game store. Sorry, shitty game stores.
Yeah, sorry.
Not sorry.
But, all right, man. It's been real.
It has. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right, have a great night.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the VCR Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Matt. Seated directly south of my butthole is Matt. How are you, Matt?
It's a little wet back here.
It's a little steamy.
It's a little steamy.
Yeah.
At least it's lubricated.
You're hearing some extra voices tonight, everybody. In the car, we have Chris and Vic, a couple of buddies. We are on an adventure. This is a car podcast, isn't it, Matt?
Oh yeah, it's a car podcast. We're going on the adventure of getting a SNES Classic. I think in our last episode we were talking about how Nintendo hates us and how
It continues.
They continue to hate us, and Nintendo sent Hurricane Irma our way to try to stop us from getting these SNES Classics, but they
punched that bitch in the face and sent her up to the fucking Carolinas.
True. So we went to one Walmart up in Bushnell, and they failed us. And now we're having to go to like backwoods hick area. Yeah, according to CNET,
delivering Domino's.
Yeah, we're totally okay. I'm driving too, everybody. So this is the best way to do a podcast. So somebody from CNET supposedly emailed all the reps of all the major retailers, Walmart, Best Buy, etc. And in this thing that they posted, they said Walmart literally said that they would have every single Walmart would have limited amounts, and it was first come first serve, and they would do it at midnight. So we picked a Walmart out in the middle of nowhere that no gamers in their right mind would be at.
Yeah, just mutants would be there.
Just mutants, which, we got to fight them all. We got sticks. We're all right.
I got sticks, sharp sticks.
There actually was mutants. Did you guys see
Yeah.
The mutant family.
Yeah. And so anyways, actually the person we were dealing with at Walmart was actually
He's
somewhat
quasi-mutant.
Quasi-mutant.
So anyways, they literally tell us they just unloaded their truck. No SNES Classics at all. They might get them tomorrow, they don't know, but they literally just unloaded their truck for the night. There was none. So we started calling around. Turns out there's two other Walmarts that are in the same boat. So
and that are actually in more popular areas too.
Yeah,
that's the crazy thing.
They called them big stores, quote unquote. Now we're in backwoods of Florida, so take that as you will. But yeah, and they don't have them either. So we finally hunted one down. Some lady told us how many they had. They've got 24. And there's only 4 or 5 people in line, whatever the fuck that means. And we are en route. Right now we are 11 miles away, so we're trying to motor there for that line exceeds 24 people, and hopefully we can score some. So yeah, guys, that's the story right now. We'll keep you all posted, and hang in there. So we made it. We have we found a place in Leesburg that said they had 24. So they had 4 people in line, as we said before. We made it in line. Our numbers 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're sitting here, and we just only have 2.5 hours left to wait. So,
I've drank 2 Monsters today, and that's way normally more than what I normally do. Way normally more.
Way normally more.
Yeah. So, and usually by this time, it's like, what, 9:30? I'm already in bed sleeping, because I'm an old man now.
Apparently.
So, and we've got some other people here. It's
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's most people. Yeah, most people are partying tonight that are here. It's raging as we
It's
sit here.
raging. But,
Yeah.
we're going to report back when we hopefully do get a SNES Classic, and we'll be talking more about it.
All right, so we got them.
We
That's
got the
it.
SNES Classic, motherfuckers!
Podcast over. No.
No.
We got them. We had to wait in line, what, 2.5 hours?
Yeah, about 2.5 hours, which that's not bad.
At the most remote
The
Walmart.
Yeah.
most remote, backwards-ass Walmart ever. The fucking mutants and dregs of society. And
Oh yeah, I'm still gonna try.
Dude, it was pretty mutiny.
pretty mutiny.
Yeah, like, even the people that work there, too, were pretty
Oh,
gnarly.
dude, straight up fucking from the sewers.
So if
They came from.
Chuds. There were chuds.
Chuds?
Chuds? You never seen that movie?
Chuds.
No, what's that?
Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers.
No, I've never seen that.
You look that shit up. It'll change your life.
it'll change your life. So,
Dude, even Pennywise didn't want these fuckers. He kicked them out of the sewer.
he's like, get out of the way, I'm trying to get
Fuck,
normal
dude,
people.
you dirty.
I only kill normal people.
They were there since 5 o'clock.
Yeah, so
They rode out for 7 hours.
the first guy to get one was Harry Potter. Like, no joke. Harry
Straight
Potter
up
glasses.
Harry Potter.
Fat
Fucking,
Harry Potter. Like he ate.
he
Harry Potter.
ate
He
Harry
ate
Potter.
Hermione, Ron, and Harry.
Yeah.
He was like a gay Hagrid.
Well, he wasn't that fat, but
No. But
He was
I mean,
chunky, husky.
he was nice enough, but
Yeah,
he was about being number one in line though. Like,
yeah.
he
He's
was
like,
about
I've been
that
here
shit.
since 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, whoop-de-fucking-do, motherfucker.
Yeah.
We got here at 9:30.
House of meat. Jesus Christ! You see that sign?
Oh, still in the car, by the way.
Yeah, and we're driving through the fucking ghetto. We might get stabbed
70
miles
as
to
we're
get home.
recording.
Victor is enamored by the house of meat that we just
House of
passed.
meat. It was like a 20-foot fucking billboard. House of meat.
I bet they actually have some good meat.
Wasn't that where the Potbelly Jethro was?
Oh yeah, that.
No, I thought that was the liquor store.
No, that was a liquor.
No,
Oh, that was a liquor store. Yeah. Yeah,
70
it's been an
miles to go?
adventure. We're 70 miles away from where we live. It's a town called Leesburg, which, I mean, if you look at it from Google Earth, you can still smell the meth. Like, it comes through
Yeah.
the screen. Like,
I'm
it's-
afraid we're high right now.
It's trailer park.
Yeah, I'll
trailer
probably
park.
fail a drug test right now. But speaking of that, we all did fucking gorge on energy drinks too.
Oh my dude,
I think
I've
that
had
helped.
3.
Like, because that
I
was
think
pretty
my heart
brutal.
is gonna explode.
Zuby had 3 today.
Yeah.
I think it says don't have more than 2 on the can.
Warning labels.
It happens.
Fuck labels.
So, but anyways, what
me
else?
what
What
to
else?
do.
There was an actual My Little Pony in the number 2 spot.
Oh my god.
furry.
He had the most fucked up knees too. Holy shit.
You guys were talking about him, and I didn't know what was going on. I was like, what?
Catch the
His
knees.
fucking knees.
It had
were
this. I don't know if
so
it was like an
fucked.
abscess or like
Yeah.
what was going on, but there was this huge
Or like he had an
tennis ball
extra
growing
bone.
out of his upper knee.
It was an extra bone.
It was
That's
extra. It was calluses.
Oh, wow, we're really
it took
fucking
me a second
mean.
there.
We're really fucking mean, you guys. But it's true.
Yeah.
It's all true. Unfortunately,
I mean, he was a guy only a sister mother could love.
yeah. So anyway, so My Little Pony got one. Actually, number 3 in line was that 16-year-old kid. Most legit gamer in that lineup.
Really?
This
Yeah.
16-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Bro, he has the freaking the component cables for his GameCube. Those are like $300 cables, and they're really hard to find. Like, he had them. I was pretty impressed. He's all about getting. He's never played Super Nintendo. That's why he was there today, was to get one to be able to play it. Like, that kid was a gamer. You could tell he's a little shy, but he was cool.
Yeah. No, he was pretty cool. I heard him. I didn't talk to him as much as you guys, but
He was a bit
seemed
introverted,
pretty cool.
but
Yeah, he was an introvert, but yeah,
He's all right though.
He was all right.
Yeah, he's not too bad.
He had the weird emo chick.
I mean, bless his heart.
She
He's living in
was nice.
Leesburg, you
Yeah,
guys.
she was nice.
Yeah.
I'd bang her.
Oh yeah. I'd probably break her,
Yeah.
but
Wow. Okay. Yeah. And then take her Switch when she passes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. She had a Switch. She was playing a Switch in line.
I'd
So-
take the scraps.
Sloppy fourths.
It was
No, sloppy
interesting.
80s, bro.
82. Basically, Zuby let everybody in line run through it first a couple times.
And dude, then we had some people get mad because the Walmart clerk came out and said they only had 20 units, and when we had more than 20 people, and
Was it 20 or 24?
No, it was 20.
Oh yeah,
So-
he cut
and-
it off on number 20.
And
yeah.
he was telling the people that were past 20, like, you're not getting one, and they didn't want to listen to him.
Yeah, they stayed there.
Well,
so.
he told the little sleepy Mexican kid, hey, anybody that comes after you, let them know that we ain't got none. And he was down on the job.
He was just like, see?
See, gay?
Oh, see?
Gay?
See?
Yeah.
See?
Okay.
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 Okay. Okay, por qué?
You know,
Oh,
you
God.
brought up a good point, Vic, when, or well, no, who was it? Was it Chris or I don't know? Somebody brought up the point that hey, if I think it was Chris, if I'm the last motherfucker on this line, they said is getting one. I'd be like, can you recount that shit?
Yeah.
Just make sure. Just
I would be
double check your numbers.
Dude, I would be stressing the fuck out
Oh,
if I was
yeah.
the last one.
I'm glad we got there when we did.
You're
Yeah.
like trying to peek around and see that cart, see if there's still one in there for you.
yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
We were 5, 6, 7, and 8 in line. You know what? I just had a thought. They said they only had 20, but we heard 24. I bet you 4 employees claimed some.
Yep.
Yeah.
I bet you that's why the
Yeah,
number
true.
changed.
I bet you that's why he came out.
Oh,
Because they
true.
were like, get him now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet you.
20. The manager
Hey,
was
did
like,
you
20,
want one of
that's
these
it.
NESs? They got motherfuckers lined up. We got Harry Potter here. This motherfucker been here since 6 o'clock yesterday. You need to fucking get one of these fucking things, all right? Get your fucking Star Fox on.
The grumpy old lady that friggin'
Oh yeah, she was
She was
bugging.
pissed.
that was awesome.
Mean mugging like, fucking bitch, don't look at me.
She's like, I don't know what that is, so I don't really care. She
I'm gonna tell
walks
you this,
away.
You're
Oh,
probably-
you're talking about the Walmart. I thought you were about,
Yeah.
talking about
Oh.
the mean mugging lady at the
We
back
were
of
probably
the
the
line.
only
Oh,
4
yeah,
people
that
that
is.
did not purchase that NES Classic on food stamps. We were probably the only
Oh,
ones that did
damn.
not use EBT.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were the only people that did not use EBT tonight or last year for the NES Classic.
Wow.
We actually had real jobs. We've probably offended enough people in previous episodes. If this episode, I mean, if we even have any listeners, we probably lost them by now. But, you know, who cares? Fuck it. We can't join a podcast network anyway, so.
We actually already got rejected.
Yeah, we got
Oh,
rejected.
really?
Yeah.
It's actually a podcast network that Magic with Zuby's a part of. Now that they're going to listen to this and be like, well, fuck
They're not
Magic
gonna.
with
They're
Zuby,
not
you know?
gonna listen to this.
Yeah, I know. They're not going to
They're not gonna listen to this.
So, whatever.
Why were you
But yeah,
rejected?
I asked for. They said they would provide a reason upon request. I asked for it, and I still haven't gotten it.
Dude, that guy took
Because fuck you, that's why.
No, that guy literally takes forever everything. It took him 3 months to finally accept a Magic with Zuby.
He did like the backhanded compliment / compliment sandwich. You know, like although you would provide a lot of great content, there were a couple. We're like conflicted on selecting you for our network.
I bet
we
it was
have
my
to deny
Jabbo
you or
comment.
something.
It was me talking about
Well,
Jabbos.
wait till we reapply with this motherfucker on the on the docket because we're really not getting in now. But
Oh, no, fuck it.
Ah, this might be good. He might be like, hey, we have an emerging market for this kind of talk.
I doubt it. But okay.
No.
Just say make America great again. That's it. You know?
Trump's wall, tremendous, bigly. I don't even know what a SNES Classic is. And I think I just kind of want to get rid of it. What about you, Butler?
No.
I don't think I like it anymore.
No, but I am almost debating becoming a dirty asshole scalper and going to Target at 5 a.m. and buying another one.
We should just go right now. If we want to make some money, we go right now. Because there's already some.
You
I
think
bet they're all
you think
camping.
there's people in line already
Oh, yeah.
at Target?
Josh, a coworker texted us saying that he went to like a bunch of different Targets and they're already camping out there.
Wow, that's bad.
That's down in Riverview.
well, our 2.5 hours isn't that bad.
You're gonna miss it
Yeah.
though because
Dude,
there's campers that
roll the window down, and we'll hold. Me and Chris will hold 2 each. And we'll play some gangster ass shit on the Volvo. Like the
Damn,
like
it
the
feels
most
good to be a gangster.
like the gangster ass shit.
Oh my God, we should pull up and smash one in front of them and then leave. Oh, that
Like
would be
really
so
like the
evil.
controller,
Highest
everything,
rated
snap
video
a
on YouTube
controller in
next
half.
It would be actually. That would get us.
I think that would make me sad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna smash mine.
there's the
Yeah.
snippy.
But
You guys can smash one of yours.
How many hits would I get for that?
Probably initially a
One
lot.
of the
Yeah.
most viewed
Yeah.
videos on YouTube that week.
Actually,
If I gave them
I'm
one.
sure there's already smashed Super Nintendos out there already. It's past 12 o'clock by now, and
well,
there's like 50 up there by now.
What about like the dicks that already got them? Like they've been getting them in throughout the week and shit. Like, first of all,
Where's
what the hell?
Zaxby's?
It's closed.
Oh shit, that's alright.
We still got, I think, 4.6 miles till we get to Zaxby's. But
Look at
got
these
61
guys
miles
look
till we get
suspicious
home.
just walking around.
So everybody, this is a sort of unorthodox podcast, but I don't know, could be fun. So just bear with us, guys. One thing to point out, you guys are asking how many views or how many shits you would get for smashing one. I mean, this asshole, Matt, I think I showed you the video. He microwaved a Switch and is selling it.
Oh yeah, that made me so sad.
He's selling it for
What
like
about the guy
a
that
stupid
laser
amount
cut
of
one?
money.
The hydro cut one.
I mean, that's cooler than what this guy did.
Yeah, he water
This
jetted
microwave
one.
operator or some shit. A fucking douchebag. But anyways, yeah, the water jet one was okay, dude. The water jet one was kind of neat. Did you see that?
He cut a triangle out before
No.
it died.
He cut a triangle out the center and it was still on.
Holy shit.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. It didn't die until he hit the battery, right? Like
Yeah.
that was fine until that happened.
It was
Yeah.
finally when he hit the battery and it shorted out.
Dude, you know what I was surprised at seeing? The first Walmart we went to had so many switches.
When I drive through the...
There was like
Wild
10 switches there.
Yeah, dude, I've been telling you, like, I see them everywhere.
But they didn't have any switches at this Walmart because when I got my drink, I walked by electronics real quick and they didn't have any.
Isn't that how fucked up is that?
Yeah, it's so fucking...
The one that is stocked full, it's a nicer Walmart. First of all, can we talk about how fucking... Have you been in a Walmart like that since the 90s?
No.
Dude, it had a drop ceiling.
It's an original Walmart.
That's like an actual Walmart, like from
It
back
started
in
out
the
as a
day.
mart.
It was not a super center. It just started as a mart. That shit was pretty nuts for sure.
That beats out some ones in Deep Dark, Georgia that I go to. We're going up to the hunt camp up there.
Yeah.
That was like on par for that Piggly Wiggly
Piggly Wiggly.
in Greenville, Georgia. Yeah, that
So-
was on par.
Victor has seen some seedy places, and you had a job back when I first met you, where you would travel the country and go and do like restorations and shit and repairs.
Oh, in the commercial kitchens. Yeah.
On commercial kitchens. Red Lobster, I think, is.
Biloxi, Mississippi. I think Katrina took that one out, but don't ever eat at the Red Lobster. That pre-Katrina. That was bad.
You said you still won't go to a Red Lobster,
No,
right?
won't do it.
Yeah.
Won't do it.
What'd you call it? Spooge?
Spooge.
Explain the spooge.
The spooge was behind the sink ring. We were hanging up stainless steel against the wood studs. We got about halfway down the wall, stopped hitting studs. So what's going on here? So we pull the FRP off the wall, and there was about a foot of this black spooge
The fuck?
that was growing there.
Wait, is it like a mold or like a slime or
Spooge.
Okay.
That's spooge.
It's like pudding. Like
If you
Like
had to
what-
closely relate spooge to another item, what would it be?
A somewhat non-Newtonian fluid.
okay.
Right. Black. Smells.
But this isn't just this
So they
one
had a
that
science
had it,
project
right?
going on.
No.
This is every
That
single
shit,
one of them.
that black shit that grows in the corner of your, like, you don't clean your shower in a while?
Yeah.
That black shit, that's baby spooge.
Okay.
Baby spooge.
That's
like
literally
mold or like
Wow.
Yeah,
asbestos?
it's like,
or
no, it's like some...
It's moldy asbestos.
moldy asbestos.
But what was crazy about that one is,
Yeah, talk to me.
we don't bleach in that.
It had a voice.
Feed me.
It was washing the dishes.
Yeah, it was washing the dishes.
It winked at me.
I was going to say, oh, we dumped bleach on it to kill it, and it actually moved away from the bleach.
Oh God.
So I think
It was reactive.
It was semi-sentient.
You probably never actually killed it. You just displaced it.
Yeah,
like it's probably
probably.
still alive somewhere.
It was like the thing from the thing.
This was post-Katrina or pre-Katrina?
That was
way.
That was pre-Katrina.
Well,
Wait.
Katrina just came through and washed it out.
I think
True.
it did wipe it out
Back in the sea.
because that shitty hotel that we stayed in and Gulfport, it got blown the fuck away.
Oh, so hopefully it's gone.
It's probably gone. But we never went to any of the good stores.
Probably up in like Alabama or something.
I told Victor on
just
occasion.
growing somewhere.
I've told him on occasion that I'm going to Red Lobster. I'm currently at a Red Lobster, and he gets pretty upset about it.
Don't do it.
It endless shrimp
Well,
is
first
back,
of all,
though.
I want some endless shrimp. Chris.
The shrimp is back.
Gosh.
You know, that was Mississippi.
Shrimp sounds
They're
good
not as
right
nice
now.
as we are.
Dude, actually, I'm a little hungry, or I don't know if I'm like a little punch drunk because I'm so tired.
Yeah. Do we want to stop? Anybody?
I mean,
Drinks?
I could eat, but
Yeah. All
you
right.
know,
We'll grab something. Drive
All right.
through.
Right.
Cool.
Well, I mean, I don't want to eat nobody up, but
I ain't got shit else to do. I don't have to go to fucking Target now.
all I'm doing
Chris
is going
does need to
home
kinda
and
get
playing
home.
Secret of Mana. I mean, I don't know about y'all.
Still might have to sleep.
Chris is the one that's gonna really pay. So
Yeah.
we'll be as
By the time I wake up tomorrow, if my kids are going to be in school, my wife's going to be gone for the whole weekend.
and you're gonna
Fuck
be on this SNES Classic.
I'm going to be on that
huh?
SNES Classic. I'm going to ignore my kids for the whole weekend, just not even pay attention. Like, who the fuck are you? Why do you look? What, you want to eat?
Daddy, I'm
What?
hungry.
I don't even get to plug it
Who
in when
are
I get
you?
home. I gotta go straight to bed.
That
Oh,
sucks,
that
man. I'm
sucks,
playing
man.
that shit tonight.
I'll play some for you, all right?
All right.
Sounds good.
First games you're playing, Chris. Go. What's the first one?
Probably gonna have to hit some Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. Solid choice. Big.
Star Fox.
Star Fox. Yeah, that's a good move.
That's a good
She
choice.
might have to try out the Star Fox 2.
But you got to
On
play the
PlayStation.
first level of Star Fox to get
Star Fox
2 unlocked. You have to beat it or something. Wendy's is open. Speak up, guys. Who wants
We
what?
can do
I'm good.
Wendy's.
Yeah.
Or we can
I'll
keep
get a
going.
drink.
There's McDonald's.
McDonald's said it closed at midnight. I was looking at it. It might be open though.
Yeah, okay.
No, it looks pretty.
Yeah,
looks
I'm
pretty
just
shut
gonna turn
down.
around. I
Looks
guess, and
pretty
do Wendy's.
stabby. if
Unless
we were
anybody
go
wants
there
to
right
try another one, there's a steak and shake a part of that.
now. Hell
stop.
no.
Oh,
Dude, do you
I
want
paid for
AIDS?
diarrhea.
I don't feel like having AIDS right now.
There's your Zaxby's.
Close
Victor
it.
wanted Zaxby's really bad because we never see those around here. But
All right.
But,
Who-
but
who's
that
gonna
doesn't
be
make
like who's gonna be like Big Smoke from San Andreas? I want a number 9, a number 2 with the large, 5 number 4s.
shit. All right. Well, we'll get back to you guys as soon as we can. We're gonna order some food.
All right.
Wait a minute.
All right, we're waiting in the Wendy's drive-thru, and I think they're making our food completely fresh because it's like 2 guys working the fryer right now. I saw another guy
They're cutting the taters.
cutting the taters.
More mutants too. I gotta
More
add.
meat- oh, dude, fucking straight up, fucking, he came out of the sewer the day he was born.
Jesus.
And
He's up there,
knows
shit, this
no
guy's
other
got
life.
a Volvo back there. Look at this guy.
Yeah, fuck them
Everybody.
fancy motherfuckers.
We got a high roller at the window. You drop a fresh patty.
On the ground.
Yeah.
I don't like them fancy white
Can't give him
folks.
that shit from yesterday. He'll know. He'll know.
Yeah, maybe we should roll them windows up while they're making our food.
All right, I'm
Fucking all
safe.
this shit.
His drive-through
sick.
window's closed.
That don't mean shit. I don't
Hey,
fucking
did
buy
you
it.
see all of his windows were automatic?
They even got that newfangled AC.
I think they all.
Jesus
That
Christ.
conditioned air.
Conditioned air.
That conditioned air.
He had all his.
I read about that one time. Oh god. So it's 12:44 at the time of this recording, and I'm starting to get tired as fuck. I don't know about the rest of y'all.
Actual gaming talk. Chris is actually playing a game right now.
He's playing some Madden NFL 5K 200.
Madden Mobile.
Madden
Mobile. See,
How is that, Chris?
yeah, is that any
Pretty
good?
good. It's been going. This is about the 4th year of this game.
Is that freemium as fuck though?
It is. Well, no, you can play completely free. It doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah, but is it one of those like you have to spend energy?
But you have a
for
high
each-
school football team or something? Is
No,
that the catch?
you can make it if you dedicate time to it. You can make it on the game without spending $1.
But is it one of those where you have to spend energy, and if you spend too much energy, you have to wait for it to fill
or
up
crystals
whatever?
or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it
Fucking
generates back
freemium.
pretty quickly.
Dude, there's freemium on PlayStation 4 shit now. Have you seen that?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, one of the guys at work is trying to get me to play one. It's like Warhammer.
no, it's War Thunder.
No. This is different. Not that.
Oh, okay.
That's free, and it's all. Actually, that one is freemium. War
Yeah,
Thunder is.
it's freemium.
No, Warhammer is the one he's trying to get me to play, and it is awesome. But it's like that shit. Like you can either spend real money and unlock your shit now, or it's going to take 12 hours. It's like that shit, and it's on
Yeah,
PlayStation.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
fuck that.
So fucking like that shit is poisoning our fucking console environment, dude. I hate it.
Dude, it's poisoning fucking gaming industry.
It
It's not just
really
consoles.
is.
That makes fucking money though.
I know, it's
That's what they give a
stupid.
fuck about.
It's because it's too easy to buy shit nowadays. through
It really
technology.
is.
Like
Right, you hit a button.
it's easy, yeah.
But it's also people like us, Butler, that don't have enough time to play games, so
yeah,
they're
but I
just
don't
like,
do
hey,
that.
no, but I'm just saying it's people like our age that think, oh, I'll just spend $5 here to unlock this crap.
Yeah,
and-
because I don't want to spend 40 hours to unlock
Right,
fucking
I'll pay the same
better
for
shoes.
my skinny latte,
Yeah.
mocha,
Frappuccino or whatever.
frappuccino, fuck face,
That sounds
whatever the fuck
delicious.
it is. I don't
sounds
know.
disgusting.
I'm regurgitating. I get my coffee flavored.
I just pooped
Yeah.
my pants.
So, poor Chris has to get up early as shit, and
He's
we're
not even
keeping
gonna
him
be able
out.
to play his SNES Classic. That sucks, man.
Chris has got the
I
worst
feel
gig
for
right
you.
now out of all of us.
The Wendy's guy is literally making all our food fresh. At least it's fresh, but it's
Fresh bit,
well,
fresh bit.
debatable. Oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah. All right. We're about to snack on our food here. All right, we'll be back, guys.
Well, we never did come back from the car during that trip and on our adventure to get the SNES Classics. But thanks, y'all, for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope we pissed everybody off equally. Yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
VCR.
Hey all, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe below. Don't forget about my weekly Magic the Gathering podcast, Magic with Zuby, which can be found on the channel or on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio. If you liked what you watched, you can also be sure to check out my Patreon as well.